All right, y'all. Ain't no half step with Marcus J is live. We are in the building, getting ready to have another live show. Dope ass live show. Looking forward to bringing it to you. We got our very, very special guest, our sister Mara Winters, going to talk to us about 5 very important pieces of fitness that you need to know about. Making her debut on the show tonight. We've got a returning fave. We've got a returning regular. And we got a special appearance later on in the show from the #1 true fighter, our brother Warren Ballantyne rejoins Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J. You need to be here with us on the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio, which is live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio right now.
Yeah. It's about that time. It's about that time to get. Yeah.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up. It's good at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying, stepping. Ain't no half step. Marcus J is live. We in the building. Be down with us tonight. 804-402-2893. Rock with us on the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. Appreciate everybody that's rocking with us tonight. We appreciate those folks right now that's listening to us on legacyinternetradio.com. We appreciate those folks right now that's listening to us on Streamer, those folks on Stream Licensing. We shouting out those folks right now that's listening to the replays on YouTube, on iTunes. Y'all rock with us. We rock with you. We appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have an outstanding, big, dynamic show for y'all tonight. We look forward to bringing it to you. And so we're not going to waste any time. What we're going to do is we're going to introduce the usual suspects of the show tonight. Of course, you heard him just now help me out on the intro. He joins us every single chance he has an opportunity. He got his own show that he's going to tell you about throughout the show. He's my big brother and yours, Big Bro Joe.
Ew.
What it do, homie?
Marcus J, you know it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I'm glad to be your neighbor.
Big Bro Joe? I thought it was Big Bro Joe and not Mr. Rogers.
Hey, you know what? Once again.
Wear your sweater, man.
Huh?
Wear your sweater.
I'm too fat for a sweater.
You don't wear sweaters?
Not a cardigan, no.
You sweat.
I do.
That's how come you don't wear no sweater?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it.
72 degrees.
So
man.
you would like wear like a tank top cutoff.
I would do the, the sweater vest joints where, the no vest? Sleeves with the V-neck.
Would you wear like a skinny ass tie like Mr. Rogers?
I used to back in the day.
For real?
Yeah.
Would you do like the Western guy thing with like the little pendant?
The little lariat around my neck?
Yeah.
No, because that makes me feel like I'm about to get lynched.
Yeah, we don't want you to feel that way.
No, I can't feel that way.
You feisty.
Yeah.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the dead. Legacy Internet Radio is all happy and stuff to bring back to the show for the first time in a very, very long time. She's rejoining the show. She's going to be joining us every single third Monday of the month. She is our sister and yours, S.Y. Butler. What up, yo? How you doing, man? You feel good?
I'm feeling good.
You glad to be back?
Oh man, hell yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been
a long time.
It's been like 6 months or more or something.
No, you know what it's really been like?
What's it been like?
This time around, about 8 months.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
August.
Man. Yeah. It's not like you got like fired.
9.
You didn't get fired. You just
9 months, long enough to have a baby.
You just took like a hiatus.
No, the hiatus tried to get me.
Is that what it was?
The hiatus tried to get me.
Okay.
Y'all know. I'll tell y'all later.
Tell us later.
Yes.
Well, then I tell you what. When we get to the rants and the closings, you know, if you want to share.
Okay.
Why come you ain't been around?
Why come?
Yeah. You know, and I say why come to let everybody know that I don't speak the King's language all the time. I speak my own. So I say, why
y'all
come?
know what?
I could have said.
We're not going to listen to him because he has been at it since probably 6.
Well, you know, earlier than that.
You
but
know.
I'm just saying, I could have said, we could let the listeners know why. That's why it has not been here for a while. I could have done that.
You could have.
But instead I said, yo, we got to let y'all know why come she ain't been here.
Hakeem.
You shout out Hakeem. Okay, you're officially weirding me out, and I don't want to talk about this no more. We'll talk about it later. I want to introduce to the show, making her Legacy Internet Radio debut. It's the first time she's been here. I'm looking forward to her bringing just some outstanding information to you. She is our sister and yours. Our sister Mara Winters is here.
What is up?
Yay.
What it do, yo?
Hey, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm doing well today. It's Monday. It's
Yeah.
a motivational Monday.
So are you going to be one of those people who looks at Monday and rolls your eyes at Monday like it's a person that you don't like from the old neighborhood?
I like to say, like, Monday is like that ex-boyfriend that keeps coming around.
Yeah, man.
It's like the weekends are like the one that got away from you.
Yeah.
And then Monday's like that ex-boyfriend that keeps coming back around. It's like, oh, you back again?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
In
Yeah.
that case, I'm
But I
fine.
just got to stay here and, like, talk to you. So, okay. I guess we got unfinished business again.
So you rolling your
Every
eyes at
day.
Monday.
No.
Monday is like,
No. Fitness people love Mondays because
Really?
we get to say motivational Monday. Like
Man.
fitness people, that's the first thing they get up hashtag motivational Monday. So started my day at 5:30 with my fitness class. I had 7 people on the mat.
so there's
today.
2 5:30s.
Oh,
Which one you
5:30
talking about?
a.m.
I knew that's the one.
Crack of dawn.
You was up at 5:30?
I was up at 4. You know.
So you're that person.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I
was going
sharing on Snapchat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're that
you know, you gotta
person.
get up early bird.
So let me ask you this: like, you're not that perky 6 and 8
No.
in the morning person, are you?
Oh, I am not.
Okay, good.
I am not. Even I
About
tell
what
my-
time?
I don't really wake up. Like my sweet time is about 11 a.m. That's when I'm feeling
As
good.
long as
Depends
you're
on how I
not,
change.
long as you're not
Yeah.
that 6 a.m. perky
Yeah.
person, because
No.
I roll my eyes at y'all like for real.
No. The people that come through my door at 6 a.m. Not lie. Some fitness instructors that can teach at 6 a.m. We might be like, I hope no one
you know
shows
what?
up. I hope no one shows up. But once we see the people that are happy on the mat,
How do you do
you
that?
just like, because you're looking at somebody else's happiness. They needed to get in there.
But how do you get up at 4?
I set an alarm.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
like, get out
Jail.
the bed.
Well, you got to make sure you sleep. And today's fitness tip on the mat was about, hey, you got to make sure you rest. And
I
you're
would
not gonna
love
get
to get up
anything.
early. At
Yeah.
least 6 o'clock.
But you got to train yourself. You
Let
know,
me
I'm a
get
night
6
owl.
o'clock.
I'm a night owl. If I'm a night owl, I can't be an early bird.
Let me
you
get
know,
some,
so you got to
uh,
know where you play in your zone, and you got to make sure you know yourself. And so
Okay.
you don't have to be an early bird, but I do have
But
some
you
early
can
birds
be.
that I cater to, and like they love it. I love seeing them, and like once I get on the mat, I might be a little sleepy, but then they're a little sleepy, and then I start motivating them, and they do something cool. Then I'm like, we're rocking. And so
Okay.
by 6:50 today, we were rocking. So follow me on Snapchat at Mara in Motion, and you can see some behind the scenes of what real life looks like for some of my wonderful members.
What you got, Mark?
Yeah.
Ain't no half-stab on Marcus J live from the Dan Legacy and Radio. Got a couple of quick hits that I need to get in. Social media is already showing us some love. We appreciate y'all. Y'all rocking with us. Of course, that means that we, in fact, will roll with you. I'm not surprised we're hearing from this brother already. Our brother from Jersey City, Hakeem, is checking in already.
Hey, what's up, boo?
Yeah, you know what, Hakeem?
Hakeem.
Hakeem, she's back.
I miss you, Hakeem.
Yeah, all of that weirdness is back. And I literally
I smell haterade.
absolutely want to throw up in my mouth. My brother Ryan is checking us out. He said, Ryan said, "Oh shit, Mara."
That's probably my best friend from high school. What's up?
Yo, you rock with Ryan like that?
Yeah, that's probably
Yo,
my
that's
best
my
friend.
dude. All right,
Yeah.
all right, hey Ryan, for real, we need to get you in here. I know that Ryan came and hung out with our Friday night show, Couch Coach Live. So he, of course, is family to us here at Legacy Internet Radio. So we definitely need to get him in here. And if he fam to you, he fam to me, which means he's fam to Legacy Internet Radio. So shout out to him. So thank you. Our sister Joy is checking us out. Y'all know her from this show as Q Boogie.
Sup,
Of course, joins us on Ain't No Half Stab with Marcus J every first Monday. Our sister Ashley Joy of Joy and Body Radio on Wednesdays right here with Big Bro Joe is checking us out. And our brother Paul Mills is checking us out. So shout out to them. Our brother Julius is checking in and saying peace and light. So peace to you as well.
Julius?
Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. We have some fam that slipped in the room. Ain't gonna shout him out unless he grabs a mic. But peace and love to that brother back there. He's throwing up the deuces. Of course, I can't do the show without acknowledging that brother that is in the room. So it's time for us to jump into the featured guest of this part of the show. Our sister Mara is here to talk about the top 5 things people should know about fitness. So let's just introduce this before we get into it. There's 5 things that we need to talk about. So we're going to talk about those 5 things, but I want you to introduce it. What are we talking about, Mara?
All right, so I have been a personal trainer, and I actually started off in physical therapy when I went into the field of health and wellness. And these are like my top 5 things I think everyone should know, just from my experience of working with people, hearing their stories and their struggles and their successes with fitness. And I think the way that our public health care is gotten into a huge debate, and then just life in general for people, I think there are a lot of misconceptions about what fitness is, and then there's a lot of like misinformation about what fitness is, and then there's just a lot of miseducation of what fitness really is and what it looks like. And so for me tonight, I just want to go over some things that I know that people need to know, because these are the same topics that I get into with my clients or someone at the grocery store that sees me and wants to ask me a question. And I've just kind of built up over time, like, hey, this is something I think that people need to know. So I think we are going to have a great discussion.
I agree. I think we are going to have an outstanding discussion. We got 5 things that we're going to get into. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get into what the main thing is, and I want you to kind of bring it home for us. The first thing is fitness does not mean working out. Fitness don't mean you're working out, man.
Right.
What does that mean?
Exactly. A lot of people come up to me, and when they hear the word fitness, they may think of what you see on like a fitness magazine, someone working out really hard. They may see running a marathon, or they may go, I don't want to be a bodybuilder. And I'm like, that's not what fitness is. You know, what fitness really looks like is your life. Are you able to get through your life? From, you know, the nurse in the hospital that has to work 12-hour shifts. She has to be strong enough to get through an entire days of work and have some energy to go home and then get up and do it all over again. From you know, the mother with kids has to be able to pick babies up and put them back down. You know, that takes strength. Even from a factory worker right now to an office person that needs to take a flight of stairs to get to a meeting and get there without being out of breath. You know, and I have a lot of people that I have conversations with, and I'm like, you need to know some specific things that we'll talk about a little bit later on how to judge what your health is. And it's really just about living a full and complete life right now, that you feel good living.
I'll be honest with you, when I hear fitness, I think working out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so you can explain it that way, and I guess it makes sense. But I'll just kind of ask you as a layperson, when I'm thinking that I'm going to the gym every single week, you know what I mean? Especially when I have a gym schedule. You know, I go every morning. Matter of fact, I won't even give you hypotheticals. I'll just give you me. You know, I did go through the gym rat phase in my life. I'm not in it now, but I did go through the phase when I was literally getting up. I didn't even need the alarm clock, man. I was getting up at 5 in the morning, and I was doing 2 and 3 miles around the neighborhood, rain, sleet, or snow. You wear glasses and you get rain on your glasses, and you know if you wear glasses, that's a problem. You're like, oh, damn, I can't see. But I ain't care.
Right.
I was still doing Rocky.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could hear the music in my head. But you're telling me that that does not necessarily mean that I was being fit.
Well, not that you were being fit. You're definitely living the lifestyle. So your lifestyle was different. You were living a what we call a fit lifestyle. But and that's just part of your activity. Your lifestyle is what you do. Fitness is what I do. For most people, fitness is not what they do. But what I'm saying, what fitness is not just the training, but how is your life outside of your training going? You know, it's not about getting up and being able to run 100 miles if you don't need to run 100 miles. You know, people are shocked every time I don't run marathons. They're like, you don't run marathons? And I'm like, no, because I don't think I'm going to be in a situation right now where I need to run that much, right. But then there are some people that are addicted to it, and that's a good thing because that is their lifestyle. Right. What I want people to focus on is, are you able to complete your activities of daily living? This is being able to get up, go to work, deal with all the stress at work, and come home and be able to play with your kids at night. There are a lot of people that can't do that. There are a lot of people that can't. When you have to modify your life to not be able to do things, to not be able to walk, even internally, if you have high blood pressure, you're limited to the foods that you eat. So now you can't enjoy your foods that you want to eat. Right. You haven't learned modification. Fit people who do some type of exercise do much better in life, not just because we know all the good things. Oh, you'll be healthy, you'll be stronger. But fit people can take in more information. When you have to do fitness, like you said, you had to get up, you had to make sure your glasses were checked before you go out. You might have to invest in better equipment to go out on the road. There's some different glasses that'll fix that problem. But you invest in your fitness, you invest in the clothes you wear, and guess what? You do these things anyway. In other areas. A lot of people tell me, I can't exercise because I can't get up. I'm like, do you go to work? Right. And guess what? You go to work because you're going to make money. What if I told you could make more money by being healthier and exercising?
Right.
Yeah. You go to work, you'll be able to do more work. Doing more work probably gets you the promotion a little bit faster or gives you some better ideas. People who work out, the blood flow through your body will help your brain. You're constantly putting nourishment back into your brain as you exercise and eat healthy. That's going to make you smarter. Right. It's going to make you wiser. It's going to make you be able to take in information, execute. That's what fitness people do when they work out, in any type of workout. Right. They take in information, they execute it. I am always amazed when I see a client or a person comes in and they can't do something for the first time. And then the body just gets stronger and then they do it and they're like, oh, and then that barrier has broken down.
Right.
That can happen, and it flows into other aspects of your life. You have to be physically strong, able to exert power. You also have to be mentally strong. You have to be physically flexible, able to move a joint. You have to be mentally flexible, right? You have to have some time to rest, to build a better body. You have to have some time to relax in your normal life. It goes back and forth, mind to body, mind to body. And if you are not taking care of your body, you will not be able to do a lot of things in life.
Right. We're getting a couple of hits on social media. Ryan says that for sure he gonna come through.
Awesome.
Glenn says preach. Glenn also says nutrition.
Right, and it goes in hand in hand. And like when you think about fitness, it's not about the exercise. Your fitness is what we'll talk about. And coming up next is what the measure of fitness is. And that gets into body composition and nutrition. Well,
you led me right into number 2, which is fitness is measured. Right. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, so what a lot of people don't know is they think that they have to be a bodybuilder. They think fit people have to be skinny, and that's not necessarily true. The fit component in fitness, there are certain things that we measure. We know what you hear is cardio, or cardiovascular health. That's how well your blood can flow through your body. Your heart and your lungs deliver oxygen to your muscles, okay? And then you have muscular strength. That's how much power you can exert at one time. And then you have your muscular endurance. Can you do something over and over again? And then you have your flexibility. and that's if you're flexible, how well you're flexible. And then you have your body composition, how much of you is lean mass and how much of you is not lean mass, which we know is fat, okay? So that's what me as an instructor, that's what I'm looking at when I'm measuring someone's fitness, and I can see that. Like I said, if you're an office person and you can't take a flight of stairs, maybe 2 flights without getting out of breath and about to die before you go into your business meeting, I'm gonna say your cardiovascular health is a little bit needs to work on.
Yeah, we need some
needs a little work on, okay? Like I was talking to a client and he was saying for the first time I'm able to play with my 4-year-old daughter because she's so hyper. He was like, I couldn't keep up with her. And the more he exercised, the better he was able to keep up. And then when we're looking at body fat, like body image, right? When we're looking at body image, it's not about, you don't have to be a certain size, but is your body fat affecting your health? Okay? That's what we have to look at.
Now, do you find that there are some folks that are just built to be naturally bigger and their body fat does not affect? Right. And here's why I asked that question, because we all know certain people in our lives who are upset about their size,
right?
And they feel some kind of way personally about their size, but it sounds like you're saying that it may just be in the cards for you to be that size. And you might be all right, even though you don't like it. You might be all right.
Well, here's where we're facing, okay? Aside from body image and body shaming, because body shame can be done if you're skinny or if you are fat. There's a lot of different kinds of body shaming. So that's probably a topic for another time. How do we address the social norms of like what a fit body looks like? And it's not about assigning a fit body, okay? We need to get that out of our heads. A fit body comes into, okay, what is going on with your health? Yes, genetics plays a factor, okay? But I like to look at it this way. You can be whatever size you want to be, but you need to think about two things, or one thing. If you cannot control your body, you cannot control your life. Okay, we know science has showed us at what body fat levels people need to be at to be healthy. We are dying of diseases that we did not die before in mankind. Most of our diseases that we died from were not metabolic, and metabolic means comes from within our own bodies. Okay, most of the diseases were like polio, viruses, stuff that was taking us out, the black flu. Okay, now we die, especially African Americans, heart disease, high blood pressure, things like that. Like Dave Chappelle was like, we're dying from the seasoning, like that's great. Yeah. We're dying from the seasoning and things like that because we just don't have control, and so at some point you have to control that. So knowing your numbers will really help that, the measure of your numbers. And that's where we look at diet nutrition. How do we create a intake? A diet is what you eat if you're on some type of diet. Right. We look at that and we look at those numbers and then we adjust. And that's just simple of adding that into your lifestyle to adjust. Right. So there's no specific type of weight or look that you want to go for. Some people are going to want to be muscular. Some people are going to want to be, a little bit bigger or carry a little bit more fat mass that shows curves and softness. I'm not super soft. And if you're happy with that, you should be happy. But then when you look at things that you're being discriminated against, we got to address that as a social norm. Or are you just not fitting into what healthiness is? When you got to buy an extra plane seat right now, we got to look at that. Right. That's going to cost you more money. Right. So why let yourself get to that weight that is going to end up being economically impacting your travel? Right. So you got to look at that. And then for most people, we know that if you're at a higher fat mass, you can bring that down, you know, and so it's easily adjustable. So if you're looking at those things, you might want to, don't blame it so much on genetics, but, get a handle on your genetics.
So it sounds like there's some lifestyle choices that need to be adhered to, but there's also some, correct me if I'm wrong, there's some lifestyle stuff, but then there's also some esteem stuff because you might be all right and you think you ain't.
Right. And it's slowly changing. It's a slow process to change people's minds, especially with social norms and like what you should look like and things like that. My job is not to tell you what you should look like. My job is to show you a better way of looking of how you want to feel.
Right. And you know how Step on Marcus J live from the Dan Legacy Internet Radio. We're getting a couple of comments in from social media. We're getting, let's see, our sister Michelle K checking in. She's saying, hey,
Michelle?
to the family. Annie says, you are so right, Mara. Everyday functional movements are key, as well as establishing a healthy eating lifestyle. Totally agree with you, Annie. Thank you for checking in. I think a very, very special person has checked in because my brother is checked in. What up, Chuck? And your brother,
Chuck.
Jeremy, is checking in.
Oh, hey, Jeremy. Hold up.
Yeah. So our brothers are checking in.
Hey.
You know, I feel so good about that. My big brother, Big Bro Joe, wants to make a comment.
Yeah, I listen to what you're saying, and knowing, like me, I'm a big guy, and I have no problem with me being me. I'm big and cute, sexy to death.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you go to the
And modest as hell.
yeah, I'm modest. What? If you go to the doctors nowadays, if you go, and I'm pretty sure you're going to come back to this one, but when you go to doctors, their mindset on being healthy and fit is sounding to me totally to the left of what you're saying should be healthy and fit. And I say that because, yeah, me personally, I'm a diabetic. So I know that I can't do the raw sugars. I know that I have to balance the natural sugars in foods. I have to make sure that I'm doing everything in a specific moderation. But I know that me getting down to a certain size is going to be is something that I would want to do, but it's not necessarily because I played football. You can ask Marcus J. We used to play basketball, and I weighed in at 350.
Yeah, it was 3.5 spins.
Yeah, it was 3.5 spins on the deal, but you couldn't stop me.
Yeah, well, let me explain to you what happened. Okay, so this little thing known as the BMI came out with the Army.
Yeah,
to
trust me, I know that.
assess
14 years.
right, to assess, healthiness, and they looked at your height to weight ratio. And what the height to weight ratio does not show us is what your body is composed of. So when you look at people in certain height to weight ratios, you see what they look like. Okay, BMI tells you nothing about who you are.
Nope.
Okay, it just tells you your height to weight ratio. And so we have football players out there with high BMIs, and the doctor be like, "You're unhealthy." That's because the doctor does something different. I'll come back to that later.
Okay.
What you need to know for your healthiness is not what size you are. Trainers, we look at sizes to measure like how well you're doing. So if your goal is weight loss, I got to look at a number called weight. Okay, that's gravity pulling you to the earth. And then we look at clothes size and things like that because it's fun when you can fit into different clothing and things like that. But the numbers that you need to be mainly concerned with in terms of your fitness is your blood pressure, your percentage of body fat, your glucose levels. Those are really important numbers for us right now. They're going to tell you a little bit more about what your body is doing as a person. So if you are diabetic, guess what? That can be fixed too. That can be very well managed with fitness. Right now, yes, there's a genetic component because we've allowed this to happen to us, but guess what? We can stop that, okay? Imagine a world where we don't have to argue over healthcare because people are not having to use it as much. I've trained people who are diabetics, and I've reduced their medication that they're on. Again, reducing how much they need to pay in health insurance and reducing how much money they're spending on insulin and things like that.
Right.
And so I'll come back a little bit later and talk to you about what doctors do. But think about where we could go if we focused a little bit more on different conversations.
Well, you're right on point. First of all, shout out to both of our brothers because they both checked in after I shouted them out.
Oh, right.
Actually, another one of your brothers checked in. Jeremy checked in earlier. Jay is checking in now.
Hey, big brother Jay.
He's saying that's my sis. She knows her stuff. Michelle K is saying, hey, SY.
What up, Michelle?
And my brother is checking in. My big brother Chuck, my blood brother, is saying check. Even though I checked him in, he's checking in again. And so love you, man. It's good to see you this weekend. Ain't no hashtag Marks J live from the Den, Legacy in that radio, talking to our sister Mara Winters about the 5 important things that everyone should know about fitness. We went through 1 and 2. We're checking in with number 3. Doctors don't know much about exercise and nutrition. Now, we think that we should go to the doctor. Now, here is what common thought is, Mara. We think that we go to the doctor about everything. We think the doctors know everything because they tell us stuff and they sound confident when they do it. And when they tell us stuff they give us is medicine, and sometimes we feel better. So we think that they know everything. But sometimes people like you who are fitness instructors know more than people who go to medical school to learn medically.
Yeah.
And so I want you to jump in here, and I hope I didn't go too far into where you were going, because I think that I had a little bit of a foreshadow of where you might have been going.
Yeah.
So jump in here. What you got?
So not to knock on any doctors, because guess what? You work hard every day. So let me start it off as I respect all doctors out there. You have a hard job to do. However, doctors, what they are supposed to do is they work with disease and pathology. Okay, so they're like pretty much the after effects. Okay, after you get hurt or after something comes up, that's what doctors do. They tend to the disease. Okay, what fitness people do is we work kind of a bit on the preventative side. Okay, we're working so that you don't have to get to that point that you need to go to the doctor. So we watch your body fat, we watch your cardiovascular activity. We're looking at these things. We're telling you about health and nutrition. Doctors want to tell you about medicine, because that's what they do, is medicine. I would strongly care for yourself, society. If you're allowing yourself to just be fixed by a pill or by a shot, this is not going to help us in the future. It's hard work being fit, because you have to do a lot of planning.
Yeah.
Like I said, but your life is all about planning things out, okay? So you have to get a good mindset of this is going to take some work, but it's going to be something you do every day. You got to eat and you got to move. That's what living people do. So if you're not able to do those things, if you're not able to grow and move and eat healthy, you're not going to be able to do a lot of things, and you can get controlled by what's going on around you, okay? This healthcare debate is a little bit insane, that we've gotten so controlled over our healthcare system, because guess who makes the big bucks? It's the medicines. So we know that they don't want to go away, okay? But they could. They really could, if we just focus a little bit more time on our health and wellness. And the time is now. The time is so now, right now, to do this. Yeah. But a lot of people also don't know that personal trainers, we really do go deep into nutrition and how the body works. And that's something that the doctor is not able to do. It's just that they don't have time to do that when they're working specifically with diseases. We spend more time on that end of working with, how does the body work? How does the body grow? What movements can it do? Your doctor rarely will do that for you.
Chuck is listening still, and he says the doctors are going to push them drugs on you.
Yeah.
As you're saying it,
right.
He's saying it as well. So he's right on the money, big bro. You're right on the money.
Yeah. And when speaking on nutrition, if you don't demand nutrition, you're not going to get it. I think when we spoke last week, one of the things that I'm mostly concerned with when it comes to nutrition is look at where the nutritious foods are and where they aren't.
Right.
Okay, and guess what? Every time I have someone comes in to my studio and says that I can't eat healthy, I'm saying you're doing yourself a disservice, because you need those vitamins, you need those nutrients, you need to feel good to execute the things you need to do. And if you're eating things that aren't going to help you, it's only going to hurt you. You're going to feel more groggy. You're going to feel more bloated, more weight to carry around and things like that. It's not going to make you feel good, and then your day is not going to go good. Right. And when I look in especially my Black community, I look at what foods are available to you, and I have a problem with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
We also have a problem with that.
So it's definitely something that we need to stick up. So if you start eating more healthy foods, there are going to be ways to get them to you.
Our brother Hakeem says, nice, the sister is bringing it.
No.
Yep.
So Hakeem is enjoying you. Ain't no how step on Marcus J live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio is always happy and always proud. Any opportunity we can have one of the legends of Legacy Internet Radio and founders, our brother Jay Grizzly Green.
Where you coming with the legends for, though?
You're a legend, man.
Come on,
You're
man.
Legacy Internet Radio legend.
I'm a alum.
You ain't no alumni, man. You here.
I'm here. I got a question. First of all, hi.
Hello, how you doing?
All right, so I've been on my healthy kick for the last 3 years. I'm not gonna put my age out there, but
He's 44.
Oh yeah, get
yeah.
it.
So I'm getting it in, and I got
Actually,
my.
he's 45.
I'll be 45
you get time out.
tomorrow.
Yeah, he's 45.
I'll be
yeah.
45 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so one of the challenges now that I got my cardio back, that means I can last more than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you know what he's trying to say.
But once I got my cardio back,
You
yes,
a
it
man.
Now-
translates
He's a Mac in the sack.
It translates everywhere.
Everywhere, right?
When I train husbands and wives, I'm like, get ready, y'all.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you
ready.
get
You're gonna have
energy.
some extra energy.
yeah, you get
You got some
energy.
extra energy and flexibility.
He's a Mac in the
Okay,
sack.
yeah.
But
so that's
so
a part
now-
of fitness too.
I'm looking to work on my flexibility
Okay.
because I'm so latent. You know, I work at a desk job, so the only time I am moving is when I'm doing my cardio. But when I wake up in the morning, everything tightens up. And
Right.
so, what do you recommend for folks such as myself who I cram in the cardio during
Right.
work?
Right.
You know, so they give us an hour, we can do what we like. But with the challenges of family and time and just getting that flexibility other
Right.
than yoga, because I'm trying not to go all the way there, because if I go all the way to yoga, I might go left.
All right. Here's the thing. All right. All the trainers that are listening to me right now, I hope you're out there. You know what I'm about to say. You can add in flexibility at the beginning of your workout or during your workout. Yes, you can do that. You can also add in flexibility by taking 5 minutes and stretching all throughout your day. Okay. But here's the thing. Some people hear that and they're like, I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that. Okay. There's no all or none here. Okay. And there's nothing that says that you have to be everything at one time. Look, there's a time to work on flexibility, and there's a time to enjoy other things, and I'll get back into that in a little bit later. But just by focusing on, like, do I feel good at what I'm doing now? Okay, are you able to touch your toes? Are you able to move through your
That's
day?
a goal.
Do those things. Just start by
Yeah.
touching your toes a little bit more
All
during
right.
the day. Something, if you notice where you're not flexible enough, say that you went to, step over something, and you notice that it takes you some time to do that. Guess what you should do? Start
Step over
stepping over things a little bit more. Take some
discover
time
those
to
muscles.
put your leg up and stretch it out. You can stretch anytime you want. Okay. And
So there's no
yeah.
formula, because
There's
I'm thinking there's a formula that especially trainers have and fitness
Yeah.
folks have, that it's not a magic pill, but
right.
they're the ones who know. So I'm thinking, am I stretching? Because I know
You want to make sure that you're not stretching crazy. Don't do
Right.
anything that is, if it's pain, you may not want to do that. But do the things that you have to do. Can you sit up?
Yeah.
Can you bend over and pick something up? Can you reach for something over your head? That shows your range of motion. The most practical things are probably what you need to do. And then just knowing all your joints. You have shoulder joints.
Ooh, that thing's
You
hurt.
got your shoulders are hurt at the end of the day. Making sure that you take some time to stretch your neck. Do those things every day. And then for yoga, a lot of people are like, I don't want to go way into yoga. I have another thing that I do with my line.
So you do
She's
yoga?
No, not right now, but I will in the future. I will, and I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But I get a lot of people that talk to me, Marcus, about they think that fit should be a certain way. They think that fitness is sports or fitness is yoga. Things like that. That's the fun part. Is being able to do movements in a fun way, and that's where the fitness industry has come from.
And I have to have on Marcus J live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Get some comments in from social media before we move on to number 4. Our sister Michelle K says, my doctor is good. She makes sure I'm staying on track and to encourage her weight loss. Congratulations. Good
Awesome.
job on that.
I
Michelle
saw
K.
her at the
Excellent.
photo
Yeah.
shoot. She
came-
looked
she came.
very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, Michelle
Yeah,
K
make sure your
is-
doctors exercise themselves in some type of way.
And
Make
we-
sure you ask them that question.
And, of course, we love her. She's one of our
And she's a Steelers
longtime
fan.
listeners. She's a Steelers fan. She's a longtime listener
Yes,
and
Right.
great supporter
And
of
also-
us, of Legacy and Radio from the very beginning. Let's see. We've got Katie that says, oh, that's my boss. I love kickboxing. She rocks. Go Miss Mara.
Yeah.
Our sister Nick from around the way. who
What's up, Nick?
Every Saturday on I Got Something to Say, 2:30. She says, why are there so many doctors out there that push weight loss surgery as a way to remedy diabetes versus healthy eating and exercise? I want you to answer that, but let me get the rest of the comments in. But I want you to answer that because I know there are going to be multiple people who are going to want to know the answer to that one. And then she continues. Nick says that, Jay, at my job, they order us the versatile stand-up desk to us become more mobile at work.
Those are cool.
Same person. She's making that comment, but then before that, she had the question about, I'm going to ask it again, Mara, because I want to know the answer to this. Why are there so many doctors out there that push weight loss surgery as a way to remedy diabetes versus healthy eating and exercise? Answer this pretty quick, and then we're going to move on to number 4.
Okay. So, first of all, if your doctor ever tells you not to exercise, watch out for that too, okay? If they ever stop you from a fitness program, make sure you get a second opinion from a fitness professional. But why do doctors push weight loss surgery right now? Because it's hard. Y'all, it's hard. We're facing an obesity epidemic. The weight loss surgery, even though it's very invasive, it does help to work quicker, okay? So someone who is at what we call morbid obesity might need that weight loss surgery because they're at a phase in their health that if they don't lose the weight quick enough, they may suffer more consequences. So that's why a doctor will suggest weight loss surgery. But good doctors will say, lose a little bit of weight first before you have the surgery. And so there is a program that you have to go through before, and that's why that happens.
And you know, hashtag on Marcus J live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. We're talking to our sister Mara Winters. We're talking about the 5 very, very important things that people should know about fitness. We've gone through the first 3. We're down to the final 2, 4, and 5. Number 4, exercise is diverse.
Woo!
Exercise is diverse.
All right. So just like I was talking to a brother here, and he was saying about fitness, like you don't have to do the same thing all the time in fitness. You should try a variety of fitness. Growing up, being in this industry for a while, I see some things that go on that I think are negative, especially when we have lots of different styles of gym popping up. It's adding for a little bit of confrontation. Like if you go to Orange Theory and or OT and you go to Gold's Gym, you're 2 different people. But I think that we need to stop that, especially as fitness professionals. We really need to stop the competition because that's not going to help us. But guess what? Fitness is not just being involved in sports. A lot of people are like, I'm not an athlete. You don't need to be an athlete, okay? You can go hiking. I did a hike this weekend. You can be a bodybuilder. You can do lifting weights. You can try a variety of exercises, and when you get an all-around program, that's really going to help your fitness.
Right.
And like taking some time out. Like, they asked me if I was going to do yoga. I'm going to do it now because it's a part of fitness that I haven't done before, and I know that I need that the practices that yoga has with the mind-body connection really, really helps. So am I going to do it for a very long term? No. You know, I think
just
that
hit it and quit.
Yeah, I'm not hit it and quit it, but it's not going to be something that's going to be so part of my regimen just because of what I do as a figure competitor.
Right.
Okay, so my fitness looks different than yours, and but I think everybody should take some time to try a variety of different things, and that's all about planning your fitness. And you may find that your body gets in better shape.
Right.
You know, whether you're doing kickboxing or you're doing bodybuilding, you have to try a variety of different ways.
Right.
And I say, look at your life. You know, train for what your life is. Definitely, if you're a mom and you're chasing kids, you got to do a lot of things that are moving
Be
around.
ready.
Be ready.
Be ready.
You know, but if you're sitting at the office and you get stressed out a lot, you might need to do yoga practices.
Right. Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Last but not least, fitness is a luxury industry.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Well, this thought that I had one day has definitely brought myself to a different level in my career. I started off as your basic fitness instructor, you know, and I worked with clients. I built myself up training for a long time. I've done everything that you can think of in fitness, from Zumba to Les Mills, so many different practices. And then I was listening to the radio one day, and Ta-Nehisi Coates was doing an interview, and he said, you know, I have a personal trainer. That's a luxury. And I thought, what? That's what I do? I'm not in luxury because I want to work with the common people. Here I am thinking that I have this goal to be like spreading the word of wellness as a personal trainer. And I realized, nope, I am a luxury. People who...
They got to fit you in.
People, not only that they have to fit me in on their their personal time, but they have to have disposable income.
Yeah,
Okay, health and wellness is not available to a lot of people because you don't have disposable income. Because fitness started as an industry of luxury. It's for people who have the extra money to get fit, and that's why we have body image problems. Or you're a size 2 because you must have some advantage over me.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Right. When I thought of that, I was like, wow. So here's the thing. We're not allowed to have that luxury right now, you know, because of the way things are in society, okay? But if we start demanding that luxury and we start, you know, educating people on really what fitness is, it won't become a luxury anymore because more people will want to do it, you know? And the more people that want to do it, the more trainers that we can have. The more trainers that we can have, the more we can get healthier as a country.
Ain't no half step with Marcus J.
Yeah,
live
phone.
from the Den Legacy Internet Radio. We got a call on the live line. Caller, what's your name? What's your comment and question?
Hi, my name is DJ. I'm a fitness trainer. Currently, I'm out of California. I wanted to comment on when it was said that fitness is a luxury industry. I kind of disagree on that aspect because true fitness, when you look at it from the aspect of wellness and longevity, it's a necessity for everybody. You know, so if you look at it, do stuff like become the next Mr. Olympia, well, maybe then that's something that not everybody needs to do. So in that aspect, it is a luxury. But if you look at it just, you know, as far as increase your longevity and be able to conduct daily functions, I think it's a necessity, and it's not something that's out of reach. It's not something that's complicated to the average person. They just need to increase their knowledge and their desire to want to have to be healthy.
Right. I think you misinterpreted it, and I didn't catch your name, so I'm so sorry about that. But great response. What I was saying as fitness being a luxury, not fitness, health, and wellness itself. It's not a luxury, but the industry itself, how it's set up, it's a luxury industry because you have to gain access to it. You definitely have to have disposable income right now. A lot of people that want to participate in health and wellness don't have the opportunities because they're overworked or they don't have access to health and wellness. Look at where your gyms are in your community and look at where they aren't.
True.
Okay? There's a big reason why that is.
I think there's a lot of mystique put into, you know, the fitness industry, which sells the perception that it is a luxury. A lot of people make things seem a lot more complicated than it actually is. So yeah, you know, it is the big gyms. Yes, as far as the big gym, it's about the money. So it's designed so that, you know, there's a bit of prestige to it, so that people try to, you know, they want to feel like, hey, we're doing more. I'm attaining a higher level because I have a personal trainer. You know, it's a little bit. I'm lost for the word. It looks like, you know, you have a little bit more stature, I guess.
Right.
But the knowledge of fitness, of how to stay healthy, I think that is everywhere.
Right.
And the only thing exclusive about that is desire to want to learn.
Right. And right now it's set up. Right now it's set up because, like you said, the knowledge is out there, but we don't promote that knowledge, and that's another thing. Sometimes that knowledge is squashed for a reason. And also, it takes people, especially your personal trainers. If you are a personal trainer and you do not have a general interest in humanity, then I'm going to say you're probably not a really good personal trainer, because your clients' lives, the way they live their lives, is really important to you. I got to know that my client is having, you know, money troubles, because that's going to limit her access. I got to know that a client feels overworked at work because of certain things. I got to know that certain health programs need to be pushed more, like Know Your Numbers, and programs that actually help you out with your health care from being fit is what we need to focus now on as a country versus how much we're going to pay for health care. Okay, so that's where I say fitness now needs to be taken more seriously by having more educated trainers, a little bit more regulation in the field. That's a discussion for another time. And really trainers who are in it, not for their own vanity, but for the general health and wellness to see us grow and prosper as a nation.
I agree. There are, and that I agree. Yes. There are a lot of trainers that are in it for the money, and it does give most trainers a bad name. And you're so right. You have to be half counselor, half trainer.
Right.
You have to know your clients in order to be efficient and be accommodating to their needs.
We appreciate you, DJ. Thank you for listening, brother.
Later, bro. Call you later.
Good day.
All right. Bye.
You got it, brother. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Mara, it's been just an absolute joy.
Oh yeah.
To have you talk with us about fitness and I know it's just been the tip of the iceberg. It's just been less than an hour that we've been talking, and that just basically means that we need to do more of this. And I think you and I will talk about how we can make it so that your presence here on Legacy Internet Radio is a little bit more consistent. Hint, hint.
Thanks for all the love. I see the hearts, definitely.
Yeah, you see them.
Thank you for the hearts, y'all.
You see them. Ain't no half stepping. With Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Tell us what you do, where we can find you, how people can support you, that sort of thing before we transition to our first break.
So you can find me on Instagram at Mara, MARA _in motion. INMONTION. And you can also find me on Snapchat. You can also find me on Facebook just by typing in Mara Winters WNBF Pro. I have a Facebook page there, and you're going to see a lot more coming from me. I'm also the general manager of ILoveKickboxing.com. That's in Chesterfield. Locations at Midlothian, Commonwealth 20. But there are 2 locations, and we just opened up. We're not even a year old, and we are having so much fun and seeing so much good results and a great program just guiding people to a healthy life. So that's what I do. And then I'll be competing also in Pro Figure at the end of this year. I'll announce my show soon. So you can definitely follow me on my social medias. Always just type in Mara _in motion, and it pops up everywhere.
Ain't no half step on Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. We're going to take our first break.
She fit. I'm looking at her Instagram. She fit. Let's shizzle.
We're gonna take our first break of the night. Mara, you gonna hang out with us for a little while?
I'm gonna hang out with you.
All right. So I think the next segment that our sister SY is gonna lead us in might be an area where you can assist us with. Big Sis, you want to tell the listeners, give them a little tease what we doing in the next
Don't
segment?
get on my nerve.
Already?
Hey, look,
It's like that?
she didn't say nerves. She said,
don't get on my nerve.
ain't no half step with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy and that radio, Facebook Live. You with us? Stay with us. We're gonna shut you down, bring you back in. We're gonna come back.
Later.
We're gonna come back on the other side, and we're gonna see what she meant when she said, "Don't get on my nerve." Y'all rock with us. We roll with y'all. Ain't no half step. Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy and that radio. Be back in a few, y'all. Stay with us.
Is my mic on? Oh, okay. Legacy Internet Radio. It's your girl, the First Lady, comedianess, Lissa P. Ow, ow! Make sure you're tuned in to the #1 internet radio station around, Legacy Internet Radio. Be sure to check out our website at www.legacyinternetradio.com, or you can download the free TuneIn app. Go to the search, type in Legacy Internet Radio, and there you'll have us. Legacy Internet Radio, where independence is the key to building your legacy. Ow, ow!